Been listening to some of my favorite songs lately. I'm sure you recognize that. It is April Fool's Day. I guess I played something that I have no intention of doing a lesson on for a long time, but so there's my welcome to April. So yeah, it's Friday, April 1st here in Northern California. Beautiful. The weather has kicked into gear. We're having a great time. So, but it's been a fun week this week. It was a Crosby, Stills, and Nash week, and I got to a few of their classics. Of course, we got Southern Cross, Helplessly Hoping, songs I know people have been waiting for a long time. Some unusual things in Helplessly Hoping. And then, speaking of unusual, Guinnevere and Deja Vu. I'm sure you guys didn't see those coming, and I had a really fun time. Those are songs that I have rarely taught anybody because they are in, you know, slightly exotic tuning, a little tough on the guitar, having the A string go up to B. But once you're there, they're pretty fun. So I hope some of you have had the ambition or willingness to branch out a bit and tackle those. So a couple of pretty cool tunes. And then today we finished up with the last part of Quicksand. So now everybody that's been working on that should be able to be putting it together. And that means in another week or two we'll be starting another drip feed. I'm not sure where we're going yet with this. Will it be here? Probably not. But that one's not too far away, folks. I'm telling you. So anyhow, new drip feed starting in a couple of weeks, and had a few student reviews. I really appreciated some of the people that have been working on the horizon, and had a little work on Vanessa's playing "If You Could Read My Mind," and then talked a little bit about chord solos with Ripple. So and again, I'm looking for more uploads to work on. I know there are a few in there now, and I might get to those pretty soon. Maybe by next week we'll have a few more up and rolling. So anyhow, the other kind of big news around here is we have a couple of new packs of lessons. So folks who are not Target members but that are interested in, especially, I know there's a lot of people out there that like just our packs of things. We have a 5-pack of some of the stuff that we did last week. Gordon Lightfoot, which features, of course, Early Morning Rain, and speaking of which, If You Could Read My Mind, and then a couple of his later ones. Later. Carefree Highway, Sundown, and The Wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. So, 5-pack of Gordon Lightfoot tunes available now, and Lindsay, Stevie, and Peter, otherwise known as Fleetwood Mac in various incarnations. We have a 5-pack of Fleetwood Mac stuff out there now, including Go Your Own Way, Rhiannon, Landslide, and Oh Well. Oh yeah, some great tunes. And anyway, so again, if you're interested in the packs, 2 new packs coming out, just came out this week. Fleetwood Mac 5-pack and the Gordon Lightfoot 5-pack. So had a sort of a visit with Keith Holland, talking about his custom guitars. So if you haven't had a chance to check that out, it's in the Music Gear Review page that you can access, of course, from the home page, and that is got info on what he recommends when people are thinking about buying or making a custom guitar, or especially if you're thinking about buying a Stratocaster and then tricking it out with all kinds of weird stuff. that's what he usually recommends at that point. Have him or a luthier near you build you a guitar from scratch. So that's one of the things that's been going on in the music gear review section. We also had a series of a concert with Edgar Cruz, shot by our Target member Jim, who wrote a nice little story about trekking through the cold and snow in Nebraska to see Edgar. Edgar Cruz, if you're not familiar with him, is a phenomenal guitar player. Makes great arrangements of tunes. You know, we first sort of ran into each other many years ago when we were doing similar albums. When I did put together an album of Beatles tunes and American standards and stuff, he was doing something very similar in the early '90s. And anyway, I have a lot of respect for him. He's great player. I hope we can get him even a little bit involved in the site. But if you haven't had a chance to check out our guest reporter section, which is also accessible there on the home page, really encourage you to do so. And would like to take that one step further. Would really like to invite everybody out there to help get involved with anything you'd like to shoot that is sort of musically related, particularly guitar related. We would love to hear or see and share with everybody here at the TG community. So feel free to shoot some videos of what's going on at your local music store or concert hall or whatever, and share them with us. So I think that's about it for the news this week. Crossing up my songs. But I will give you a hint about next week. Will I? Yes, I will. Next week, we're going to have some songs from The Quiet One, George Harrison. So I've got a set of tunes that kind of stretch from, and I'd love to see the speculation on this. We have 4 George Harrison songs coming out next week, and they span his entire career, ranging from All Things Must Pass through Brainwashed. So one song from each of those 2 albums and 2 others from in between. So get out. Oh, it's not handy, but grab your ukulele and play along. We talk about how to play one of his tunes on the guitar and make it sound like that. So I think that is it as far as important stuff. I'm going to actually get back to practicing because I got a lot to work on. See you next week.